Frank, you're so cute. I just can't believe you wake up looking like that with your little tongue sticking out. Hello, it is project time. I am going to be tackling a project that I have put off since I got this van, and that is finishing this roof, because anytime it's not completely dry out, there is humidity. It condenses. It literally rains in here. I have lost track of the amount of times I've been laying in bed and I hear water dropping from the ceiling, and I've had this van for like 6.5+ years. I am tired of it. So I am here camping out with some van friends, Adventure Van Man Brian and Kelly.
Hey guys, my name is Brian. I got a YouTube channel called Adventure Van Man. I've been doing the van dwelling thing for, I think this is my 9th year.
Thank you for filming my van tour.
Right on.
Yeah.
It's good fun hanging out.
Yeah, it's great. This is a beautiful spot. It's really nice weather, and there is a super bloom, so I'm looking forward to going and taking a closer look at all the flowers and walking around. But right now I have a variety of tools, and what I'm going to be doing to start this project is picking out all this particle board that is from the original ceiling that is stuck under my roof. So it's going to be a tedious job. I'm going to work on picking that out. And then Brian and I did some brainstorming today about how to approach this. So over the next few days, that's going to come to life. I have worked on it before and it was a pain, and I expect it to be a pain, but I'm just going to stay positive, do my best. But I need to make a serious effort to get that out of there, because with moisture it does get moldy really easily, so I'd rather not seal it into the new ceiling. Welcome back! Frank had rather quickly grown quite fond of Brian and Kelly, and the day was nearing an end, so I just cleaned up and didn't do a lot more on the project this day, but did enjoy a very, very nice sunset with friends. Good morning. I'm out for a walk. I had a hard time leaving camp. I definitely wanted to just stay in bed with Frank, but I knew that if I did later in the day, I'd want to go for a walk and it'd be too warm and I wouldn't be able to, so it just meant getting up and doing it. Now that I'm out, I'm pretty glad. So I left camp without any sort of a plan at all, and I just wandered down the road we were parked on, and I just took that for a while until I saw some like interesting rocks, walked towards that. There was a road at the base of that, so I walked along that for a while. It led me to a bigger road, followed that for a while, and then I decided to head over to this wash. So I'm going to take the wash that way. And based on Google Maps, it will eventually lead me to a road I can take back to our road. Or I can just go over land. So yeah, I'm just out exploring. It's really nice. It's quiet. Just like a bunch of bird sounds, the highway in the distance. Yeah, it's a nice morning. So we had a pretty heavy rain the other night, like really heavy actually. So the wash was just kind of reset in terms of footprints. And I'm in this area, there's been so many deer and coyote, and like it looks like maybe there was like a bit of a scuffle or something. So yeah, it's pretty neat to know like everything that's in here is fresh in the past like day and a half, I guess, past like maybe 36 hours. So yeah, a little soft for walking, but there's lots of birds, so I'm happy to listen to them. And you know, there's like actually kind of trees, so yeah, it's a good time. All right, so there are many types of edible cactus, but this is one of the only ones you can pick with your bare hands because it doesn't have any of those like tiny little fiberglass like hairs on it. So I'm gonna take a couple back with me. So I have decided to leave the wash and just head direct to our camp, but there's no sticks there. So I got this stick for Frank. I think he'll be pleased. It's not maybe as big as he would choose, but I am carrying it back for him, so it's better than nothing. And yeah, it is starting to warm up a little bit, at least walking in the exposed sun, so it will be good to get back to Frank. Oh, what is this? It's like a fence line or something. It's weird. Hi, buddy. I missed you. Do you want to come outside? I got you a stick. Let me help you. Hi, good morning. There you go. Alright, so I have processed my barrel cactus fruit. The last time I picked one, I just ate it fresh. It's definitely more ripe. It's really good. It's kind of tangy, but it has like a very bright, fresh sort of vibe flavor to it. But it is like a little slimy, a little mucusy. So I read that if you dry it and then rehydrate it and use it in foods, it's not mucusy. So I'm gonna dry it. I cut it up in little pieces to dry so I can put in soup. I think I'll do like in soup in the future. But I used this, you've never seen on the channel before, to scrape the seeds out. This is like a spreader that Brian carved for me out of juniper wood, so it's really nice. But now I'm going to get started on doing a big fry up for all of us to eat tonight. It's a bit more potatoes than I was expecting. Frank has a new hero. Look at all those sticks.
Right. He loves sticks.
Nice work. Hey, bud, that's exciting.
Look at Frank. Guarding the wood pile.
Yeah. So thanks for the sticks. You just ate dinner, bud. should have done this project with my initial build, but I didn't. I just wanted to get on the road, and then time passed as it does, and other more important projects took priority when it came time to doing projects and working on my van, and I just never got to it. And then the more time that passed, the more daunting this little project became, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it despite the amount of hours I have wasted wiping condensation. And so I decided I would do it down in the desert where it was dry and I wouldn't have to worry about sealing and moisture. And so here I am, my last week in southern Arizona, and days are just passing and I wasn't working on it. And instead, I had gotten inspired to start editing again. Talking to another YouTube creator like Brian just really helped me get over the little hump of motivation I needed after taking a few weeks off. And sometimes putting off one project is a little easier when you're working on something else you really should be doing. But I needed to get this project done. That's why I was down here somewhere so dry to begin with. And Brian's help would definitely end up coming in handy. I am back on the project. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I'm gonna get as much done as I can today. I went into town this morning, got all the supplies I needed, and then I came back. I put up the rest of this mat that Brian gave me, and I'm gonna start prepping to do a bit of spray foam. I'm going to read the instructions carefully because it says the failure to do so could kill me, and I don't want to die on this project. Who would do that? Seriously. I'm gonna just leave that and I'm gonna move on to the next step, and I'm just gonna let that do some setting. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna borrow your stick, Frank. Thanks, buddy. You're so helpful. Nice. Good job, Frank. Good job. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with it. Here you go. There you go, bud. Thank you for letting me use your stick. I really appreciate it. So I let the foam tack up, and I just put a bit more in this there underside where there were some gaps, and then I'm going to let it set overnight and trim off all the excess, which is going to be a horrible job. But oh, I thought I was getting foam on me. It's going to rain tomorrow, apparently, quite a bit. So that gives me an inside task. And while I was doing that, I came to realize that this piece here, which held the old headliner, is just a piece of metal that's clipped in. And I could probably just take it all out. Ah, yeah. Nice. All right, so I've cut off the excess spray foam inside, and this project has snowballed just a little bit, as projects do. And when I took off the metal strip that was up there, I realized that they had been painted white after it was put on, and it's like a little gap, moisture gets in there. So there's just like a little tiny bit of like rust. Like, I'm not worried about it, but that's why I've taped it up as nice as I have, because I'm going to be painting it. I got this green rust protector paint for a different project I haven't gotten to yet. So we'll get there someday, but I'm going to apply a couple coats of this. But first, I got to get Frank outside. Oh, thanks for napping with me earlier. They're so nice. They're so nice, buddy. Oh. Good boy. Yeah. Look at your stick. Why don't you Play with your stick. Alright, it's a new day. I am back on the project. The weather's been pretty bad. There was rain on and off yesterday and a lot of rain this morning. But it seems to be slowly starting to clear. And tomorrow morning, I gotta get out of here. I have an appointment. I got places to be and people to see. So this is my last day here and I have to deal with this. So this morning I painted because I went to do it yesterday and it started to rain and I needed to be able to have the van open and be outside. So I painted, I took down all the plastic, I've finished prepping the foam, and now I have a couple of these boards of kiln dried cedar, and I have metal here and then metal here that is not the ceiling. There's a gap. So I'm going to fix these boards to that, and then there's going to be foam board and vapor barrier and then cedar tongue and groove. I have dragged my feet and hummed a hawed about this for 6.5 years, and it just needs to get done. And I don't care if it's perfect. I need to release this like ingrained perfectionism that is totally toxic and not good for my well-being, and just get it done. And I can redo it later and I'll learn from the experience of doing it. So anything is going to be better than what it was before. Yeah, it's hard because if it's thin enough to flex, then it's not very secure.
Yeah. Are you going to try to go there?
Yeah, right like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't think you'll even need to secure anything here? You've got a bunch of green on your nose.
No, do I have green on my nose? Oh no. Spray painting. They are handy. I see a lot of people, they have the ones and they have like a little
trigger, yeah.
But I don't know, because the plastic.
Yeah.
So I like these.
I went with the metal ones.
Yeah.
They were actually cheaper than the plastic ones.
Yeah.
At Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've worked a lot on this table, so
okay.
Don't worry about it. There's like drill holes in it.
Oh yeah, I see that. Thank you.
Yeah. I do have an assortment of screws in that, so if you run into a situation where you feel like you need something, I can go.
Okay.
Through.
Cool. All right, so I got these self-tapping screws, and they're short enough that they won't go through the roof. They'll just go through the wood into the little piece of metal that comes down, but they're not beveled, so I have to inset them myself. So I almost forgot a step. I'm putting vapor barrier up, but on the below the insulation before the tongue and groove, which might not be necessary, but I have it, so that's what we're doing. So we got the first piece of wood up, and we got the vapor barrier attached to it. And I say we because I had to get Brian to come help me hold it so I could screw it in. And I didn't film it. Anyways, I'm gonna get these pieces ready next. Oh.
Did you get that on?
Yeah.
These are single lengths?
Yeah.
All the way back?
Yeah.
Wow.
12 foot.
That's crazy.
12 foot board, like no cuts. Yeah. And it bends at the back, so it took 3 of us, and we did manage to suck them up there.
No,
but same
nice.
Construction design as this, right? Like
yeah.
You can see this is what this goes into a metal, and
yeah.
everything goes into that. So a lot of back roading and nothing's falling down. So this was a small project, but ceiling work is really challenging, and without Brian's help, this project would have taken a lot longer and been a lot more frustrating. But thankfully Brian was willing to help. And so the brainstorming made it a lot less daunting to tackle this project, and the extra hands made working on the ceiling much, much quicker. So thank you, Brian, so much for helping me with this. All right, so I've got all the foam board up, and I just did it as quick as possible. And any little gaps, I just shoved bits of foam up. And now I'm going to tape up the vapor barrier, and I can move on to the fun part, which is the tongue and groove. It's just going to tie it all together. I'm very excited to have this finishing.
I've got a...
And I'll tape it to the green part. It's going to significantly reduce condensation. It can bow a little bit in the tongue.
You had your handles break on you a lot?
Yeah, I've replaced both of them.
Mine used to, gosh, I think I did 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. I'm not the door handle, but the winder.
Yeah.
And that window is kind of effed. Right.
Dang.
And then I think a little shorter again.
Yep. Yeah, each one's...
It feels so good to have this done. I'm not going to have to deal with it raining in here anymore. The condensation just, it was really annoying. So it was really, really great to have Brian's help with this. And yeah, this is just like a 1/4 inch cedar tongue and groove. Came in packs. Smells amazing. The only thing is I couldn't put the support wood all the way forward. So I just have the front end taped to the metal, and gonna have to come up with something about that. And then I had my curtains clamped to the metal that is now covered. So I have to figure out a new way to hang my curtains. And I have a little hook here. I put a little loop just to get this extra solid at the front end of the wood. So yeah, it feels good. I'm gonna clean up, and I'm gonna get all the dust off my body. After finishing up the project in the front of my van last night, we were treated to a very, very nice sunset, possibly the nicest sunset we've had while we've been here. I've been here a week now, so it was a nice treat. And then Brian made us a campfire that we all sat around together by, because it was our last night here. Camp is in the process of disbanding. Kelly has gone on her way, and Brian and I are both about to leave here. But it was really great this morning to wake up and have my window all covered in condensation and droplets, and have the ceiling dry and not have to wipe it down and not worry about it dripping on everything. Just, it was a quick project, but it was a daunting one. So it feels really good to have that done. And I'm excited to move on. Leaving here, I'm starting my way northbound. This is the start of a very, 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 very long drive northbound. But first, I have an appointment here to get a little bit of modifications done to my van, which I will share with you in the next video. I'm pretty stoked on it. It's something I've wanted to do for a while and can't do in BC, strangely enough. But yeah, it's been great camping with Brian and Kelly. So if you're not already following Brian's channel, Adventure Van Man, I highly recommend you subscribe to his channel. He's super chill, really nice guy. Him and Kelly are great. And he also has a tour of Kelly's van. So if you want to see what her van is like, her self-built van, then definitely check that out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for coming along. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Hit the little notification bell because I am on random posting now. And yeah, I got a cute clip of Frank to send you off on your way, and we'll see you soon.